You would like to explore the world, or you want some travel inspirations. In both cases, you are welcome here. This series of episodes is called The Travel Talks, and I'm here today with my friend Dimo. We talked about many things together, and I'm sure it's gonna give you tons of ideas. And this is part 2. Let's go!
I had one of my friends tell me about their trip to Florence. So he was really impressed with that, because all of the architecture and Florence, and also Genoa. So he was really impressed by the architecture and the way that people behave there. He said, yeah, they are similar to us Bulgarians, but the Italians have this it factor, have this charisma that is so warm and so willing to go on a discussion with you, even though they don't know you personally. So this is something really cool that he told me.
Yeah, definitely. People are very different depending on the countries. Very different.
Have you ever been to Florence or anywhere else in Italy?
I've never been to Italy. I only have been to the Swiss part of the Italian part of Switzerland.
Yep.
But I'm actually not that far from Italy right now. Like, I could literally go one day and go back. Maybe I have to self-quarantine, but I don't know. But yeah, it's something I can do, in one day. It's possible.
I'm sure you will figure it out.
Yeah, but if I go there, I should probably go, I don't know, at least 2 days. Then I can do a little bit further next to Milano, and then go back. Because just the border, it's not. I don't think it's a big deal.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, you could literally go to the whole country and visit all sort of different places. What I've heard about Venice is not that nice, even though it's a popular tourist attraction. I used to do some work for a translation company. They were based. It's a travel company that also do translations, and they needed somebody to translate their articles to Bulgarian and vice versa. So they were originally from Italy. And if the people from Venice are not speaking in the best way possible about the city of Venice, then it might have something true in it. I really would like to visit Rome. My mom actually went there, I think 2 years ago or 1 year ago, and they had a really great time. What was that?
There's a lot of architectural stuff.
Yeah, of course. And
cathedrals. When you look at the pictures, it looks so nice. And by the way, if you go to Venice, Venice, it's like romantic place. You should go with your loved one.
Hey there, Kate. How are you doing?
That's the best. That's the best place to be. Like, I'll definitely consider. When time will be good for that. Yeah.
So I'm interested in. Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, go for it.
I wanted to ask you, how did you actually start? Because it's one thing to talk about traveling and going on such a long trip, and it's a whole other story to actually do it. How did it happen?
It started with a state of mind that I wasn't feeling good. I was in this job for a few years, and even when I was teenager, I had some times when I felt very, very bad. And this is something I can recognize and I can express now, but I've been keeping that in myself for forever. Sometimes, you know, I arrived to a new college and I was the new little boy in the college, and then I knew nobody, the only new one, and I was very small and I had a very high tone voice as well. I grew up very late, you know, so I wasn't integrated. I hadn't a lot of friends, and people were joking at me at times. So that was a very hard time already when I was a teenager. At some part of it, some part was fine, some part was not. And then I started working, so I had kind of my independence somehow. But as you said, I was too much in a routine of having my apartment, having having my routine. Sorry.
No worries.
Because I try to pick something and jump. Well, whatever. This is so annoying. Well, can't fix it. And yeah, so I just started to. I just realized at some point after a few years working in an environment that I was okay in the beginning, but at some point I just felt like it wasn't the life I wanted to have. So the needle that made me take the decision of starting to travel, and that was actually so scary. Like I was like, am I really going to do that? Am I really going to quit my job, to leave my family, to leave my friends, to leave my apartment, to sell a car, to everything, and to take my backpack to go where? Just walk around, and am I really going to do this? And I was like, what else do I want to do? Anyway, there's nothing else I want to do. So let's go, let's start it. And then at some point I took a decision. I got injured just the day before I wanted to leave, kind of. So I had to wait 2 months. I got injured. I got my a broken bone in my foot, and I was like, no way. It's just stopped me from starting my travel, and I had to wait until it's recovered. I just waited 3 weeks instead of 2 months. I couldn't wait more. And then I was painful in the beginning. I took my backpack, and you see right behind, this is my map.
Yeah.
where went all the countries in Europe. I don't know if you can see, but
Just reading Cage's comment.
the way I did.
No. Cage, it's not a trampoline, it's a chair. It's a chair, but I'm basically jumping on it. That's nice, man.
Yeah, that's the totally in his mind. Yeah, this is funny. Yeah, I repaired the trampoline.
But it's a cool concept, actually. So it's going to be travel token trampoline. And that's good. We can actually name it that.
I just started my travel, and that was the best decision I made in my life. Literally. Like after that, I had so many different challenges and obstacles, but it was I think it's the first decision I made that I really, I was following my dreams, you know, kind of. Like it's the first time I said to myself, I'm going to listen only myself. Doesn't matter what other people think. Well, father was okay, you know, with this. My mother thought I was crazy. My father was okay. But but I just did it. I started finally to do what my heart was telling me. And I never regretted that choice. That was so inspiring. I see so many people And even now, like every time I talk about traveling, it makes me want to travel again. Like, and you know, even though I really enjoy living in the Alps mountains, um, I like also to move around. So yeah, that's it. It started from a feeling of pain, and this made me take a decision. Pain. So I wanted to escape from that pain and live the life that I wanted. I've never traveled, maybe not in such an adventurous way like this. Never know where to sleep, but have you visited some countries around Europe or
Yeah,
yeah? You've been?
I have. Ironically, I've been to France for a football tournament. I think maybe like 10 years ago or something. But I really enjoyed my time there. And on the way back, it's a funny story actually, because we went to Austria, and in Austria there is this big amusement park. It's called the Prater. I don't know if you heard about it.
I'm not sure.
Anyways, we went there, but it was really early in the morning, so nothing was really working. And we were walking around the park, and at one point we see a kid who's like
A
6 or
kid?
7 years old. Yeah,
Okay.
and of course, mm, the dumb Bulgarians that we are, we decided to try to teach him something that is not. It's not the best phrase for a 7-year-old. And we're talking all of this bullshit, and once of a sudden, his mom, I think, shows up, and she's like, "You know, we are Bulgarians too." And we were
No,
literally so fucking embarrassed.
no
You know,
way.
if
That
if the
is
if the ground could just open up and swallow us all, that would be the best thing that could happen in that situation. It's
wow.
it was super embarrassing.
So awkward.
And
So awkward.
yeah, but can you imagine the chances of going to the
Yeah,
Prater
it's very
uh,
low. Yeah, definitely.
at 5 o'clock in the morning, and there are only two people there, and they're Bulgarians as well.
So first of all, why did you talk shit Bulgarian? That's the first thing. And
Well,
second, well, you know, you never know what can happen. It's a good lesson. Let's say
yeah,
it's a lesson for next
it's
time.
yeah, it was definitely a good lesson.
Definitely. Oh yeah, I have so many stories like this, so many awkward stuff. I can tell
What
you as
was
well.
what was your strangest story that has happened?
Strangers. Mm, so I have maybe like 5 or 6 stories that pop in my mind at this stage, but I really want to make it answer your question. So like awkward, right?
Yep.
Awkward. I think at this day when I was in Croatia and I wasn't alone. So there are probably some people when I watch and recognize what I'm talking about if they do. Um, there were a fire in the farm that I was working. In my room, a fire started in the farm, like literally in my room, in the guest room.
How did
Um,
that happen?
so so this happened because so during the afternoon, you know, it was very like countryside village of 9 people, no one, you know, and I was there as a volunteer, so I was helping a guy to do some gardening stuff, you know. I stayed there months actually. I spent Christmas and I had a good time. I had a good time there. But this day was shocking for me, literally shocking. It's even more next level than awkward. shocking. So during the afternoon, I had cut some wood. You know, I was how do we say it in English? Jumbelag. Well, I was cutting wood with the X.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I stocked the wood behind the oven inside, because we use the oven to to warm up the house.
Yep.
But I had put a lot, like I was cutting the whole afternoon, all that stuff, and I had a lot of wood behind the chimney, the oven. That was a lot. That was more than usually, you know. And I asked the owner of the farm. I said, "Is it okay? Is it okay?" He said, "Yeah, it's fine. Fine. Just put it there. Fine." And then at night, we were used to go to the neighbor's house to drink wine and to play card games. And this day, I had put a lot of wood inside. Then when I will come back, you know, that was winter, so it was very cold. When I will come back, it will be really warm, and I'm gonna have an amazing night, you know. So I did that, put all the wood inside. It burns, and then inside, you know, for the moment. And then there were other volunteers with me and the owner of the farm. We go to the neighbor's house. We play cards, we drink wine. And then we're a little bit drunk, you know, and we're having a great time. And then we go back a little bit late. We go back to the farm, to the house. And then there were two rooms inside the farm. The main room and the guest room. And actually, we started to open the main room, and it was smoking. Like, what's going on? It's smoking. Like, usually it smokes when we start the fire, and then that's it, you know?
Yeah.
But not later. But it was smoking quite a lot. And then the door, and hear me out, the door of the guest room was like a heavy smoke from, you know, like rectangular or
from the
all around,
side?
a heavy smoke coming out. Yeah, because there was a little bit some space that went out from the door. Smoke coming out like rectangular thing, and then we opened the door. Very dangerous. We opened the door of the guest room. That was right my room with all the stuff, my backpack, my guitar, and my stuff. And then it was burning. The house was burning. Fire! And bring water. And then we went outside and we took, you know, the pots of water. We filled up everything, and oh my god, that was shocking. Oh my god.
Did you manage to extinguish it quickly, or
the ceiling?
was it a big fire?
It was like that size, but it went up. It started to burn the ceiling. So if we waited maybe 5 minutes more, maybe we could do nothing after that, you know? We just arrived at the right time, you know? We were so lucky. And then we had put a lot of water. There were some water points very close to it. We were very lucky. And then after maybe 15 minutes of doing this, I don't know, maybe that was 5 minutes, but it felt like an hour in my head, you know?
Of course, it's such a stressful situation.
And then, man, you know, we first of all, we were okay. We weren't hurt, we weren't burned, but we were so shocked. I was shocked, literally. And some stuff of mine burned. My backpack smelled smoke. It still smells smoke now. I washed it maybe 10 times since then. The backpack, well, I don't have it anymore.
You still have it?
Parents, yeah, here, but it's in my parents. But when I smell it, I still kind of smell the smoke of when I was in Croatia 4 years ago when this happened.
I'm not sure if the backpack still smells, but the memory still for sure does. You could never remember the memory of it. Oh man, that's a great story. It's a great story, but it's a good thing that you've managed to extinguish it and not have more severe damage to whatever. And it's a good thing that, for example, there wasn't somebody who was asleep at, there, so because it would have been quite dangerous.
Obviously, like when we opened the door of the guest room, it could explode or something, you know? Who knows?
Yeah, of course.
Like, we were thinking about it later. We were like, oh my God, that was dangerous what we did. But we just did it because, you know, in the action, you do it, you know? But when you think about it, well, like, that could have been dangerous.
So what was the reason? Was the reason that there was too much wood?
Too much wood on the back, and then it started to burn the wood that I stocked in the day as a reserve, you know, as a backup. Just right behind, and it was a bad idea. Too much, and I had put too much inside, so it started to burn behind, and yeah, just bad luck, and it started a fire from outside, and maybe a small piece started to burn, but then at some point it was too much. Hey Tony from Singapore, how are you? So yeah, that was an amazing story that happened to me in Croatia, and then after that I went to the countries, and then Greece, and then Turkey, and then Egypt, and then so much stuff. So I can't say it in one video.
Yeah, of course. And I think I have to run actually because my battery is running low. But
yeah,
it's a great thing that we did this together. I really enjoyed it, and maybe we can make it a recurring show that happens every week. Who knows? I would like that.
We can. Yeah, definitely. We will keep in touch. We'll keep in touch. Yeah. So thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone, and that was a great time. And remember that so my fourth episode of the podcast that I made. Do you have a podcast, Dimo?
Not yet. Still looking into that.
Coming, guys. Coming. A little patience. So fourth episode of my podcast is out. You can check it out. You can listen. The link is in the bio. New YouTube video as well about hiking, and lots of things coming. Surprise! All right,
awesome
guys.
Stuff, man.
Take care, everyone. Thank you for coming here, Dimo. That was amazing. A great time too.
Thank you for having me. It was really great.
Yeah. See you. Bye.
Take care, man. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
And here we go. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you really liked this video. If you liked it, put a like on the bottom, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and you're gonna have a lot of other videos soon. Join me in all different platforms as well, such as Instagram, TikTok. I put a lot of videos everywhere, so join me. The links are on the bottom. Thank you for listening to Travel Talks, and see you soon.